thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you today. I wish to draw lessons from South Africa's liberation struggle and apply these to the ongoing plight of the Sahrawi people under occupation in Western Sahara. Number one, the power of collective resistance. South Africa's fight against apartheid was a testament to the power of unified resistance. The African National Congress, the ANC, trade unions, students, and grassroots movements, these all rallied together under the banner of justice. Despite the oppressive apartheid regime labeling freedom fighters as terrorists, their determination to achieve equality and freedom always prevailed. Similarly, the Sahrawi people continue to resist occupation, demanding their right to self-determination. Activists, journalists, and human rights defenders are subjected to harassment, imprisonment, and violence for advocating for just basic human freedoms. Despite this, they persevere. South Africa's liberation shows that international solidarity and collective effort can amplify the voice of those who are silenced by oppression. Number two, the role of international solidarity. South Africa's liberation was not achieved in isolation. The global anti-apartheid movement, supported by governments, organizations, and citizens worldwide, played a crucial role in making sure that pressurizing the regime was the goal. Economic sanctions, cultural boycotts, and arms embargoes significantly weakened apartheid South Africa's hold on power. For Western Sahara, the international solidarity must follow suit. The Sahrawi people require global support to challenge Morocco's occupation. The international community must intensify its efforts and ensure that advocating for the enforcement of UN resolutions to press for human rights monitoring in the region must continue to prevail. The Sahrawi struggle is not just a regional issue, it is a global fight for justice. Thirdly, the danger of complicity and silence. During apartheid, many countries and corporations prioritized profit over justice. Maintaining economic ties with South Africa was a norm. History remembers their complicity, and similarly, silence from the international community regarding the Western Sahara perpetuates Morocco's occupation. The same is true for Palestine and Israel. By failing to act decisively, the world risks being complicit in the persecution of Sahrawi activists, journalists, and human rights defenders. Just as South Africa calls for the world to take a stand, so too must we advocate for the Sahrawi people. Governments, NGOs, and individuals must challenge their own complicity and push for just resolutions. Number four, the right to self-determination is non-negotiable. Central to South Africa's liberation was the right to self-determination, a right that is enshrined in international law. In Western Sahara, the same right has been denied for decades. The Sahrawi people have repeatedly called for a referendum to decide their future, a process obstructed by Morocco's refusal and the apathy of the international community. South Africa's experience reminds us that denying the fundamental right only prolongs suffering. The Sahrawi people's right to fight is legitimate and must be treated as such. Number five, the strength of leadership and resilience. South Africa has produced leaders like Nelson Mandela, Ahmed Kathrada, and many more. They symbolize hope and resilience. These leaders inspired unity and fostered a vision for a free South Africa. Similarly, Sahrawi activists, despite facing persecution, continue to demonstrate immense courage and immense resilience. Figures like Aminatu Haidar, known almost as the Gandhi of Western Sahara, embodies the spirit of peaceful resistance. These leaders must be supported, celebrated, and protected. Their voices are critical to sustaining the movement. In conclusion, a call to action. The lessons of South Africa's liberation are clear. Collective resistance, international solidarity, and unwavering commitment to justice can overcome even the most entrenched systems of oppression. Today we stand at a crucial juncture. The Sahrawi people look at us for support. It is not only our responsibility, but it is within what makes us human. It is our joint humanity. Let us ensure that their struggle is never forgotten. Let us call for the enforcement of international law, protection for human rights defenders, and renewed urgency in achieving a lasting, just resolution for Western Sahara, more specifically as we step into 50 years of an occupation. As South Africa's history teaches us, victory is possible, but it requires the world to act decisively and immediately. The Sahrawi people's freedom is not just their right, but it is our shared responsibility. I thank you.